Well, now that you think of it, I think the history of Cartoon Network does have a lot of stuff that has to do with it. Now, basically, Cartoon Network started around the early 90s, more mainly 1992. Now, Betty Cohen, who founded the company, and of course, this Cartoon Network program was nationwide and broadcasted pretty much everywhere in the 90s, which was around 32 years ago. However, though, the website Cartoon Network was really big back then. Now, sometime around 1992, that's when they started airing pretty good shows like Scooby Doo, um, the Flintstones, Jetsons, Yogi Bear, all those kind of cartoons that they aired back in the 90s, and it was pretty popular. It was a cable channel with animation as its main theme. However, there's definitely a lot of things that I can definitely say that really suits out. Now, pretty much, of course, there is other, divisions and shows that aired around then. So, however, I definitely do have to say that Cartoon Network did have, Adult Swim and the, evening block for, not kids, but adults, like they aired Family Guy and stuff like that. Which I definitely do have to say that it's definitely a pretty good show, but good series. However, I definitely do have to say Boomerang TV was pretty much dedicated to classic satirical cartoons aimed towards children and families. It was originally a weekend programming block that aired on Cartoon Network from December 8th of 1992 all the way to October 3rd, 2004. However, on April 1st, 2000, Boomerang received a new look and a spin-off channel. So, of course, with that being said, it definitely aired, a lot of original series and stuff like that. But I mean, Cartoon Network had a lot of good shows that came out even before the 90s. Like, before the 90s, it definitely suits out. Like, you get a lot of good animation, and that was when cartoons were really good and well done. Eventually, in the early 2000s, you do get more like Ben 10 and Teen Titans and stuff like that. And then later on, you get Steven Universe, Clarence, Adventure Time, The Amazing World of Gumball, and etc. But you definitely do have to say that there are a lot of great concepts when it comes to, good classic cartoons. And, when the website was up, I think it was up since the late 90s or early 2000s. I'm not sure when the website became a thing. But when the website was up, it was really popular and a lot of people really enjoyed it because they had, some fun games. And I mean, when Cartoon Network show was up, I did do, play a lot of games like Scooby Doo, Teen Titans, Codename Kids Next Door, and etc. That was around the time when Cartoon Network had really good shows and stuff like that. And it was really popular back then. And of course, Cartoon Network work shut down the website eventually, and which was really unfortunate because I really do enjoyed, with the site when it was still up. And it's unfortunate that the site is no longer there, but we could at least enjoy, the memories of, being good back then. And I actually did just find out that the website was around since 1995. So, of course, the website has been around for a long time, it's unfortunate that almost 30 years they decided to shut down the site, which I really have to say was unfortunate because that was a good part of the childhood for a lot of people that grew up in the 90s and even early 2000s. But unfortunately, that's life. Things stick around for a while and then they eventually say, it's time to go. And, that's just that. It does happen. But when it came to, good cartoon shows nowadays, like some good classic ones, you could always remember watching them as a kid. But when you look at the new shows like Teen Titans Go, you obviously are sitting here and it's like, what happened to the magic? What happened to the originality and stuff of these cartoons that we grew up in love with? And this is just really unfortunate that we got that. But I definitely do have to say, that I really wished some of the games on there were still playable. There are other alternate sites where these games are still playable. Like, I remember playing some Teen Titans games, and I do remember playing Battle Ready, which was a Ben 10 game. Now, I don't really know where you can play it anymore. I have no idea. But I mean, if you guys know, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm curious and I generally really want to know where you can play that game again, because that game was just really entertaining and really fun. I definitely do enjoy that. It was definitely a lot of fun and stuff like that. So I definitely do have to say that if there is, a site where you could play these old Cartoon Network games, please let me know in the comments below, because I would really love to play them again, because they were really original and really well done. I definitely do have to say, I miss the old Cartoon Network days. I mean, that was when shows were original and they were really well done. However, nowadays, kids today will not experience what we had growing up. Like, it's really unfortunate, but still. I definitely do have to say that this one was definitely a really fun game, and, fun games that really enjoy it a lot. And I definitely do have to say they were really enjoyable and neatly done. Well, I guess, to be honest, I'm really disappointed that, that the Cartoon Network site is not there anymore. I mean, I was sad when it first came out, and as they defunct the site, and yeah, it just really it's just really unfortunate, because I remember I used to play this these games back then. I mean, if there's a site where I can play these games again, please let me know, because I really would love to play them again, just for the nostalgic reasons. As you guys may tell, I am using a new microphone, so yeah, I really hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments below. So, anyways, to be fair, a lot of good shows that came out always have an ability of being really great, and that's definitely something I definitely have to say, that it's really good and enjoyable. I definitely do have to say that a lot of the times kids today will not remember how, great TV was back then. I mean, when Cartoon Network became a thing, I used to sit there and, go watch these TV shows, after school every day. Those were the good days, and that was when TV was a lot of fun. Now, nowadays, I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, because, well, I just grew up and watch other shows. And, I don't watch TV a whole lot anymore. I watch the internet, basically on YouTube. So I guess you could call that my TV. But yeah, even then, still, you know, we can always watch clips of, our favorite cartoon shows back then, because they were really enjoyable and stuff. I mean, I know there's people that have done other things, but Cartoon Network is just not the same as we used to love. And it's just really unfortunate. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I really do hope that maybe one day there could be a possibility where there may be a channel where we can watch old shows again. I'm not saying that that is actually the case. It might be, but like I said, I don't really know, because I can't say for certain if it will be the case or not. But maybe not. I don't really know. Anyways, I guess with that being said, and with that being the case, I want to sit here and say right now, thank you so much for watching today's video. Now, if you happen to be new to my channel, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, if you guys want to go follow me on, what was it? Oh yeah, if you guys want to go follow me on Twitter, follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on uh, Twitter, follow me on um, DeviantArt, and follow me on my backup channel known as Ms. Dark Shigo, as a link to that will also be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on those, and links to those will be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on those. So that's pretty much all I have to really say, but if I'm missing something, please let me know, and as always, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, I'll see you all next time.
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Ms. Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, please stay pretty.